Hey, how are you? So, one of the most popular things that we have done on Jay Schwanke's Life in Bloom on PBS is these frames. They're frames that look like this. It's a little steel frame and it opens up on the inside, and we can place flowers between it. And everybody just went crazy. I mean, it has been such a popular thing. See, it's like a little, and you can squish stuff between it. You can put whatever you want to in there. You could put, whatever. But I put flowers between it, flowers and foliages. And it's just been so popular. So I thought it would be fun for us to make a couple of them today for fall. Okay. And I think that because I was inspired by one of the last projects that we did. And I was like, you know what? We need to do something else with that cool stuff. And this would be a fun craft for us to do. Um, the company that made these is actually Accent Decor, and you can go to the accentdecor.com website and you can put in your zip code and find out who carries Accent Decor products in your area, or you can go online and you can find these frames. Okay, and they're metal framed glass that open and close. And there are several different vendors who carry them and who have them, and they come in different sizes and different shapes, and you can pick and choose from that. I would look at a craft store too. I haven't been to a craft store lately, but I would think that craft stores would have something similar to this too. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a couple of them today, and we're going to use some fall stuff. Obviously, you could use fall leaves outside right now because the leaves are going to start to turn, and there's going to be some pretty cool stuff with that. But we're also going to use some other items. So this is what we're going to use today. We are going to use some hydrangea blooms, okay? Because I've got some pretty little hydrangea blooms. Look at, they're red and they're gorgeous and they're looking so pretty. That's really wonderful. We got some green ones too, so we can use green ones. We are going to use some stilby and some nine bark because I think that that's awfully pretty. You know what? I'm looking in this bucket over here too. There's one more thing we should use. We should use, look at that. That is some of my burning bush. I have two burning bushes at the end of the driveway, and they're gorgeous. This year I lost part of my burning bush. I found out that voles, well, they're like a little rodent, will get under the ground and they will chew off the bark around to feed underground, right at the base of the ground, and around to get the tender pieces of the bush. And then it killed a whole half of the bush. So had to cut it off and remove that. But then I'm hoping that the rest of the bush is going to fill in. But right now, the burning bushes are this color. So pretty. Okay, so we're going to use a few of those as well. And then we are going to use the ColorFresh Autumn Victoria's leather leaf foliage from FernTrust. Again, American made, American grown, Seville, Florida, fern capital of the world. In Seville, it is the fern capital of the world. They grow the most beautiful fern there. And you can see that this fern has a little bit lacier edge on it. And I really enjoy using it in these frames because it really details that. But now we have three different colors. We have a bronze, we have a copper, and we have a gold gild in here that we're going to use. And so we're going to make two different looks with them. One of them I'm going to go real heavy with color, and the other one I'm not. Okay? And then you can pick and choose and do what you'd like. But isn't that pretty? This is so pretty. It's going to be perfect for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of the gold, and I'm going to take a piece of the copper. Okay. And I'm going to take a piece of the bronze. Okay. All right. The rest I will put in my bucket down here. I also think I might use a little bit of pampas grass because it's awfully pretty too. So it's over here too. So what I did was I cleaned these. These aren't going to stay clean for very long, but you should clean them when you're going to use them. And then you can also work with them as you clean them before you close them. I'm not going to bore you with that because you can do whatever it is that you wish to do with it. Okay. But what we're going to do is we're just going to lay these. And in between here, there's a little small layer that we're going to use in between. Okay. So I think, and what I'm going to do today, I'm going to use my compact pruner. I love this little compact pruner from Dram. One of my favorite tools. Has a little real pointed edge, and it's very, very precise. And so I can cut exactly where I want it to be. And basically, what we're going to do is we're just going to lay out a pretty little display right in here. Okay. We're going to use a piece of the bronze, and then I'm going to bring in a piece of the darker, more coppery one. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my God, my friends at FernTrust do such a great job. Look at that. That's so pretty. I'm going to show you in a minute. I know you can't see. Okay. So, all right, just bear with me for a second or two while we do this. I'm going to use another piece here, or maybe here. Yeah, I like it there. This is really fun because what you're doing is you're creating a little arrangement three-dimensionally. Now it's really funny because we're going to smush this, right? It's kind of sticking up there a little bit, but we're going to smash it in there. So that should be pretty fun. All right. I like that there's little pieces like this because then we can put those little pieces in other areas. And now we're going to use some of our hydrangea. And so what I'm going to do is, this is going to be the little focal area of our arrangement. We're going to kind of mush those together. Okay, so let's see if I can show you what I've done. See how I've laid that all out there? Okay. Now you're also going to be able to notice too that, look at how tall it is. It's taller, right? You got to be careful. You can't get too thick in here because then when you go to close it, it could break the glass or break the frame. Okay. But so now that we have that laid out there, I'm going to come over the top and I'm going to mush it down. And I'm going to turn it. There we go. Now it's locked. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. I'm even excited. I love that. Isn't that pretty? Look, and we can hang that on the wall. Look at how that hydrangea looks in there. Isn't it lovely? It really is nice. And, I get excited. That's what I do. It's fun to make stuff like this because we can give it as a gift. We can change it out later on and we can do something different. So let's make one that is more green, okay, and not so red colored. We are going to start. Oh, look at this. It's so nice. Okay, so now look at this little astilbe leaf. There's like bugs and everything that ate in there and stuff, and the stuff. There's leaving a little spider web on there. I'm going to use that because when I was a kid, my parents sent me to Japan to study Ikenoba flower design. And one day we spent the entire day just looking at our flowers and seeing which way they grew and where the bugs might have bit on them and things like that. So I think that, I want you to pay attention to that kind of stuff. I think that that's the prettiest part of this little leaf right here, is that that's on there. Now I'm going to use some pieces of the astilbe, and we're going to put one piece there, one piece there. See, this is so. If you watch the show, if you watch Jay Schwanke's Life in Bloom, and you can go to youbloom.com, and up in the corner there is this thing that says Life in Bloom. And when you click on that, it takes you right to the Life in Bloom section. That entire section of our website is free, and you can watch any of the shows that you want to. And this was just a very popular episode because people liked the pressing flowers. And I think it's kind of like pressing flowers when you used to press flowers as a kid. If you ever pressed them in the phone book, did you ever do that? I love that. I love to press flowers in the phone book. My mom would always open up the yellow pages. She'd be like, yeah, Jay's been pressing flowers in here again. But I always wanted to press them and see what they would look like. There we go. Now, let's come up here and get some of these green hydrangeas. That's going to be perfect. Okay. Let me see if I can show it to you again. Okay. So I laid everybody out like that. I don't want to tip it too far because it'll fall off. Okay. And then I'm going to take this. We're going to close it. I want to move up. Everybody stay where they are. Stay where you're supposed to be. Stay where you're supposed to be. Get it shut. Okay. Oh, now see, look what I did. And you got those little leaves that are outside of the thing. You have two choices, okay? We can open it back up if we want to, or we can take our compact pruner from Dram and we can cut off those little tips. Because this is like a surgical instrument. I love it. Okay. So now we've got that cute little one that's all green. Isn't that cute? You know what? You know what? And so I didn't use any of the pampas grass, and I didn't use the other colors of stuff. But I like it. These come in like 14 different sizes, so order plenty. I'm just telling you, because you want to have a lot of them. The smaller ones are the harder ones to do because you can't use as much stuff in them. But look at how fun those are. Okay, so now we've got a pretty little fall. My little rope doesn't want to turn around. There we go. A pretty little fall display that we could put up with those gorgeous flowers that we're pressing. And they'll dry inside there. And after a period of time, then you can change them up, open them up, wash them out, get rid of them, and start something new. Maybe you want to do snowflakes for winter, or maybe you want to do, who knows, all the fun stuff that you can put inside there. You could put a picture in there. You could put a newspaper clipping in there. You could make a memory box for somebody. There's so many different things that you could make with it. So I think that's fun. Thanks for coming by today and doing this with me. I appreciate that. And until next time, I want you to just keep having fun with flowers. Enjoy yourself.